Cueros.
Testing 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2. Testing 1 2 3. Test 1 2. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Test 1 2 1 2 3. Testing. Good evening and welcome to the campus of Maranatha Baptist University in Watertown, Wisconsin. We are so glad to have you here this evening with us for this broadcast of this NCAA Division III non-conference men's basketball game featuring the visiting Jacks of Northland College in Ashland and the Maranatha Baptist University SaberCats. The Jacks enter this evening's contest 8-11 on the season. Their last two games have been decided by 2 points each. A 2-point win over University of Wisconsin Superior, and then a 2-point loss to Bethany Lutheran College on Saturday. So on paper, this looks to be a really even matchup with the SaberCats tonight. Both teams have had similar results over shared opponents, but Northland will take encouragement from the 2-point loss to Bethany on Saturday. That's the same team that handed the SaberCats a 22-point loss in the SaberCats' first home game of 2018. The Jacks have 6 games, including tonight, left in their regular season, so they are looking to fine-tune their squad heading into the UMAC tournament in late February. Meanwhile, the SaberCats are a game over 500 at 9-8, but they have hit a 2-game skid here, losing at home last Thursday to Illinois Institute of Technology, and then again on the road on Saturday at Luther College. They are averaging 56 points per game in those 2 losses, so still some questions to be asked, or maybe even answered here tonight for the home team. Speaking of offense, senior guard Micah Shepard is closing in on a career milestone. He needs just 31 points to hit the 1,000 mark for career points. So a big night on the offensive end tonight for Shepard. Could bring out the proverbial confetti. He's been a mainstay for these fans at MBU over the last 2 seasons. On many nights, you could say as Micah goes, so goes the SaberCat offense. So we're just about set for tip-off here. To get things underway, we'll join the public address announcer for the national anthem and starting lineups.
The NCAA and Maranatha Baptist University promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions will not be tolerated. Furthermore, public intoxication or the possession or consumption of alcoholic beverages and tobacco products are all grounds for removal from the site of competition and other disciplinary actions. After all, Maranatha and Northland both hold many long-standing traditions, but poor sportsmanship is not one of them. Good evening and welcome to the campus of Maranatha Baptist University and this NCAA Division III men's basketball matchup featuring the visiting Jacks of Northland College and your Maranatha Baptist University SaberCats. Please rise and remove your hats for a word of prayer. Following prayer, we will honor our country with the playing of the national anthem, meet the starters, and get this game underway. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, I thank you for the game of basketball. Thank you for bringing Northland down safely tonight. I pray that the players would compete with safety. They do what they do with skill. The coaches and officials would make accurate decisions. Above all, Lord, I pray that everything you do and say in this gym would bring honor and glory to you. We pray this in the name of your Son, our Lord and our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. Now for the starters, beginning with the visiting Jacks from Northland College. At guard, number 00 from Bellevue, Washington, Brandon Gallen. From Bloomington, Minnesota, a guard, number 3, Danny Briggs. From Porterville, California, a forward, number 12, Matt Zorn. Number 20, a forward from Waterford, Wisconsin, Nathan Nichols. From Maple Grove, Minnesota, a guard, number 34, Harrison Lucas. The Jacks are coached by Scott Sorensen in his 6th season, assisted by Cole Schreiner and Rick Whiting. And now the starters for your Maranatha Baptist University SaberCats. A junior guard from Mountain Home, Arkansas, number 3, Jonathan Cook. A senior guard from Little Rock, Arkansas, number 5, Micah Shepard. A junior guard from Lodi, California, number 15, David Lerma. A sophomore center from Claremont, Florida, number 30, Justin Blake. And a senior forward from Lyons, Michigan, number 44, Bryce Kastner. The SaberCats are coached by Keith Salscheider in his 6th season with associate head coach Joel Borkhardt and assistants Jeff Borkhardt and John Teasdale. The officials this evening are Mark Gata, Adam Brzezinski, and David Gowdish. Let's play basketball.
Once again, thank you for joining us this evening. Glad to have you along for this broadcast. Starters for you, just in case you missed them. Northland, on the court for Northland is Gallen, Briggs, Zorn, Nichols, and Lucas. And for the SaberCats, it's Book, Shepard, Lerma, Blake, and Kashner. Getting, I believe, his first start of the season for the SaberCats. So that 5th and final spot for the SaberCat starting lineup has been tossed around. And tonight it's Kashner, as Medina will start on the bench. Although his warm-up is already off, so he will be looking to get in on the action early. Tip-off goes the way of the SaberCats. Blake tips it to Book, and Lerma ahead. Dishes down low to Shepard. Floater is good. And as we mentioned, in the opener, Shepard now 29 points short of 1,000 career points for Maranatha Baptist University. So a good start for him on the offensive end. Shot clock has been sorted out. And now Northland into the front court. Here's Lucas on the wing, working against Shepard. Dishes to Galland. Briggs across to Zorn. Now back to Lucas, to Galland. Behind the Nichols screen. Leans up, can't get it to go off glass. Galland's attempt a little too high, off the window. Blake. Zorn sitting in on Blake, leaving the outside shot open. Here's Kashner. Now Blake across to Book. Briggs almost got his hand in there. And now with 8 seconds on the shot clock, Shepard looking for Kashner, out of bounds, off of Nichols. 5 seconds to shoot. SaberCat basketball. Lerma will trigger in from the sideline. Double screen for Shepard. Book gets it, leans for Kashner off glass, can't get it to go. But a foul is going to be called. As both Kashner and Book on the deck. So the foul is called on Nichols. He can't believe it. Kashner at the line. First free throw short. Head coach Scott Sorensen for the Jacks already pacing his sideline. Kashner's second free throw is good. Lucas now. Behind the screen from Nichols. Shot won't go. Blake up for the rebound. Think he lost it. But they're going to say last touched by the Jacks. SaberCats basketball. Lerma. Blake in the corner. Working against Zorn. Now Book rises up over Briggs and gets it to go. 5-0 start for the SaberCats. Jack still looking for first blood. Dish in the corner. It's Gallen for three. And the SaberCats pushing the tempo now. Shepard on the break. Stops at the elbow. Rises up. Can't get it to go. Blake in there for the offensive rebound. Spins. And walked. So turnover. Jacks basketball. Briggs into the front court. Lucas rises up for three. Short. And another foul is going to be called. So the foul's on Nichols. He's going to pick up two quick ones in just over 2 minutes of play. So into the game is Whiting, Thomas Whiting, 6'8" senior out of Ashland. Jacks yet to get anything on the scoreboard besides a couple of fouls. And now Blake called for the offensive. So the hook is called on Blake. And a cynical sneer from Scott Sorensen. Maybe a makeup call. Jacks basketball down to Whiting. His right shoulder hook is good. Kashner across to Shepard, looking for Blake on the wing. Again, Zorn just sitting in on Blake. Pass zipped in from Lerma. Blake finds it. Can't get his shot to go, and Lucas inside for the rebound. Briggs to Lucas. Now Zorn on the wing. Lucas. Entry pass to Whiting, stolen away by Blake. Tipped to Shepard. And now on the break is Shepard. Looking for a screen from Blake. Cross court to Lerma. Now Kashner. Book behind the Kashner screen. Couldn't find Kashner. Cutting to the basket. Now Blake kicks to Lerma. Deep three for Lerma is good. David Lerma knocks it down over Galland. And the SaberCats lead by 6. Galland, Lerma checking him. Almost told away from Lucas. Lucas recovers. Now Shepard working, defending against Lucas. Kicks to Zorn. Whiting fouled. That's going to be Blake's second foul. So Gill's going to check in for the SaberCats, most likely for Blake. It is indeed. Blake picks up his second foul. So foul trouble for the Bigs early. Lucas is going to sit down as well for the Jacks as Hagan checks in. In the corner, Briggs, no good. Gallen the board. Briggs back in the lane. Kicks on the wing to Hagan. Cross court to Whiting, touch pass, and Whiting couldn't finish. It's a good look. Whiting had elevated above the defender. And now a foul is called on Hagan, fresh off the bench and into the scorer's book. with the foul. In the corner is Lerma. Gill now working against Whiting. Spins, traveled in the lane. It was a nice idea by Gill, as he's given up at least 4 inches to Whiting. Tried to get him up in the air, but dragged the pivot foot, the plant foot. Here's Briggs. Jumper no good. Lerma skies for the rebound. Book now tries to get it to Shepard. Hagan sealed him off well. Now Shepard on the ball, on the wing. Backs down Hagan. In the lane, doubled. Leaves for Kashner. Kashner gets it to go off glass. Wasn't the most fluid of possessions for the SaberCats, but they get it to go. And now Lerma takes it away from Gallen. Book on the break, sidesteps. Zorn lays it up and in. SaberCats lead by 10. Briggs in the corner. Still can't get a field goal. Jacks have rattled out a bunch of jumpers. And Scott Sorensen is going to his bench for some answers. Shepard down low to Lerma. Dishes to Kashner. Corner 3. No. Gallen now on the break. Hagan to Briggs. Gallen to Zorn. Shepard fights through the Whiting screen. Now Gallen on the wing over Lerma. No. Kashner, a good box out on Whiting. Book can't get past Briggs, but finds Kashner. Can't get it to go off glass. Shepard the board. Backing down Gallen. Spins. No. And Gallen the board. Boy, a gimme there for Shepard almost. Now on the wing is Hagan. Short on his three-point attempt, but Gallen up strong for the rebound. And Briggs will reset for the Jacks. Cross court to Gallen. Lerma stole it away again as Gallen dribbled into the double team. Gill's calling for it. He's got Gallen. Gill backing down Gallen. Spins to the left shoulder. Off glass. No. Kashner tips to Book. Lerma for 3. No. Short, and Briggs the board on the weak side. Gill called his number. Got the ball and just couldn't finish over Gallen. Now Hagan. Briggs steps inside a Book off the shot fake. Another missed jumper. The Jacks have started mighty cold. Only one basket here in the first 8 minutes. Book backing down Briggs. Spins no good. Neither team in a really fluid offensive sync, but the Jacks a lot worse for the wear at the moment. They are 1 of 13 to start the game. Off the miss, Gallen gives to Whiting, drives to the lane, and off the glass, gets it to go. Kashner late, sliding across the lane, and Whiting gives the Jacks a much-needed basket. Book now slowing the tempo down for the SaberCats. Only one sub for the SaberCats so far, which is unusual for Keith Salscheider and his SaberCats. Lerma to Kashner, working against Zorn. Ball swatted from behind. Shot clock reset. It shouldn't have reset. That should be a shot clock violation. So the subs are coming in. The right call is made. as the tip from the Jack defense does not constitute a change in possession. So good refereeing there. Into the game for the Jacks, Tyler Van Vleck, number 52. And number 1, Benjamin Aqueros. So the substitutes that were just checking into the game for okay, so I'm just listening for the official explanation here. By the way, Benny Larry Jr. was into the game for the Jacks as well, number 2. So the officials explaining that the rules are no long-sleeved undershirts for any players. And because the play had to be stopped on their account, those players cannot enter the game until they have their jersey situation figured out. So, Aqueros and Van Vleck stay at the scorer's table. Whiting stays underneath the basket and gets another easy attempt to go. Whiting with 4 points off the bench. Excuse me, all 6 points for the Jacks off the bench. Medina into the game for the SaberCats, along with Wilkerson. Lerma, again, the shot clock running low. Lerma, 3 seconds left to shoot. Fades away, can't get it to go. Kashner's in there for a rebound. Medina comes up with a loose ball as it bounced from one Jacks player to another. Larry Jr. leaves for Whiting. He rises up off glass and gets it to go again over Wilkerson. Thomas Whiting finding his rhythm. He's got all 8 Jacks points. And Wilkerson now working against Larry Jr. Kashner leaves for Lerma. Lerma lost the handle. Dribble behind the back, and Larry Jr. comes away with it on the break. Lays it up, can't get it to go. Off-balance attempt. Lerma cross-court to Wilkerson. Medina's wide open. Finds him, but too slow. Medina had Hagan checking him on the low block. Now Medina looking for Wilkerson at the elbow. Wilkerson back to Gill. Rises up and fills it up. Gill over Galland. Galland thought about answering or going for the answer over Gill. Now Larry Jr. on the wing, and Galland in there for the rebound. Leaves for Whiting over Kashner, and good. Thomas Whiting with 10 points. Medina to Kashner. And he goes to work against Whiting and connects. Briggs now for the Jacks. Galland working against Lerma at the elbow. Fouled from behind by Wilkerson. And now finally, wholesale changes for the Jacks. Big minutes as Whiting heads to the bench. He's got all 10 of the Jacks points here in the early going. He averages 11 a game. So just 1 point beneath his season average already. Lucas on the wing is Van Vleck. Can't get his jumper to go. And Van Vleck almost ran over the official. Underneath is Sturwald, out of bounds. Looking for Kashner. Aqueros now for the Jacks. Working against Sturwald, kicks to Lucas in the corner. Baseline drive, finds Van Vleck, spins, cross court. It is Nichols, way short on the attempt and out of bounds. Nichols definitely the vocal leader for the Jacks. But unable to connect on that shot attempt. A timeout is called by Scott Sorensen, head coach of the Jacks. We'll be back. How much money do your home's energy bills steal from your wallet every month? Well, heating your home takes 1/3 of your energy money. Water heating takes over 1/10, and air conditioning takes over 1/10. Those alone account for more than half of your monthly energy bill. Since 1979, Klecker's Heating and Air Conditioning of Watertown has been selling and installing high-quality, state-of-the-art, energy-efficient home comfort equipment and providing maintenance services to existing equipment to keep it running at peak efficiency and saving you money. Call them today at 920-261-9218 to learn how Kleckers can help you keep more of your energy money in your wallet. Welcome back to Watertown, where the SaberCats lead by 9. It's not been the most aesthetically pleasing basketball so far if you're a fan of offense. But the SaberCats still almost doubling up the Jacks. Medina almost lost the handle, leaves for Book, dumps it down low to Jones. Jones in trouble, and then he traveled trying to get through defenders. Gill's going to check in for Kashner. Jones just off the bench. Shepard back in as well for the SaberCats. Just under 7 minutes to play. And 10 points from Thomas Whiting are all the Jacks have mustered so far. There's Nichols going strong to the basket. Gill was trying to get the offensive foul. A smart idea from Gill, as Nichols has 2 fouls here in the early going. Gill working against Nichols now. Kicks to Shepard. Got Van Vleck in the air, but traveled. So off the turnover, Jacks with a chance to cut into the 7-point SaberCat lead. Aqueros to Lucas. Again, Nichols got position inside on Gill. And Van Vleck matched up with Shepard. Lucas now against C.J. Jones. Gets to his shoulder, blocked by Jones. And now numbers as Jones dribbles into the front court for Book. Spins in the lane over Larry Jr. Can't get it to go, but fouled on the attempt. And that's the 3rd on Nichols. Man, Nichols just off the bench. And he picks up his 3rd needlessly. If you're a fan of the Jacks, I think you have to say that. Book had missed the wild shot attempt. Misses the first free throw as Whiting checks in for Nichols. Which may be good news for the Jacks offense, as Whiting, the hot hand for the Jacks early, is back into the game. Book connects on the second free throw. It's an 8-point SaberCat lead. And Whiting at the elbow works against Gill. Leaves for Aqueros, working against Book. Larry Jr. now pops for 3 and fills it up. A good sign for the Jacks. as an outside shot finally drops after only 15 minutes of play. Shepard working against Larry Jr. finds Gill on the curl, lays it up underneath Whiting. Tidy finish from Matt Gill as Whiting was late on the cut. Aqueros now for the Jacks. Van Vleck leaves for Lucas behind the Whiting screen. Larry Jr. Medina checks him. Aqueros working against Book. Larry Jr. leaves for Van Vleck. Blocked from behind by Medina. And again, Shepard will push the tempo to Book. Underneath is Jones. Kicks it back to Gill. Free throw jumper, no good. And Aqueros skies for the rebound. Larry Jr. now for three. Short on the attempt. And Shepard the board. Shepard for three. Yes. SaberCats again by 10 points. Lucas dumped it down low. I think an offensive foul is going to be called on Whiting, who's trying to seal Jones. And that is Whiting's first foul. Van Vleck, Aqueros, and Larry Jr. head to the Jacks bench as Zorn, Galland, and Briggs back into the game. Want to remind you fans, you can stay connected with the SaberCats during the season by following them on social media. SaberCats are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and are on the web at mbusabercats.com. Use the hashtag SnarlStrong to show your support on social media. Lerma to Gill. Backs down Whiting, finds a cutting Book. Gallant almost took it away. Now Book working against Whiting. Leans up, can't. Well, it almost looked like it was going to fall out, and then it dropped. 12-point lead now for the SaberCats. Whiting double teamed, cross court to Lucas. Medina closes out. Now Zorn backing down Shepard, rises up in the lane, off target with his attempt. And Shepard threw it away, no look to Lerma. Off target pass. Gives the ball right back to the Jacks. 3:14 to play, only one timeout called so far in the first half. Briggs back to Galland. Now Lucas on the wing. Gets past Shepard. Lays it up with the left hand. Lerma to Shepard. Backs down Zorn, spins. Galland got a hand on it and affected the shot. Briggs cross court to Lucas. Zorn now to Whiting working against Gill. Leans up, can't get it to go. Tip won't go. And then Whiting's going to be called, I believe, for the foul. And Kashner's into the game as Whiting has picked up his second foul. And so Scott Sorensen makes his move. Can't afford to have his other big man with 3 fouls. So Larry Jr. back into the game, and the Jacks will go with a little smaller lineup here now against a relatively small SaberCats lineup as well. Here's Kashner against the smaller Larry Jr. to Book. Book working against Galland. Leaves for Lerma. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Lerma trying to get past. And another foul. It's going to be 1-1. The Foul is called on Briggs, his first, and the official seemed a little agitated in the call. Lerma rises up at the free throw line and fills it up. Earns himself another attempt. Lerma 2 for 2 in his first trip to the free throw line. Whiting still the leading scorer for both teams with 10 points. Zorn rises up, can't get it to go off glass, and then tips it in. Good pursuit from Zorn. Book leaves for Lerma on the other end. Are you looking for something to do? Come into Watertown Bowl 18 or Watertown Bowl North and enjoy our friendly, courteous service along with a clean family atmosphere. Our family-operated business strives to give you, your family, and friends a pleasant experience each and every time you visit. Check out our website at watertownbowl.com for hours of operation and for weekly specials. Brad Kinsey and Realty Executives Platinum are intimately familiar with the demographics of the southeastern Wisconsin market. Located in Watertown, we employ sales executives and brokers who are dedicated to helping you find your dream home, as well as assisting you in acquiring the most for your property sale. Be assured that we are always looking out for our clients' best interests and dealing with you honestly. Your satisfaction is the measure of our success. Copeland Excavating wishes the Sabercats the best of luck. Call Copeland Excavating for all your excavating needs. For pickup or delivery, Copeland Excavating offers crushed limestone, fill dirt, screened topsoil, sand, mulch, and landscape stone. They are also a dealer for county materials, which includes paver and retaining wall blocks. Let Copeland Excavating put their 56 years of experience to work for you. Call Copeland Excavating today at 920-261-2121.
Arjun Medina, Humanities, from Santa Clarita, California.
Kevin Rizma, Youth Ministries, Fort Collins, Colorado.
Jonathan Book, Marketing, Mount Home, Arkansas.
Zeke Sturwald, Whitewater, Wisconsin, Business Management.
Micah Shepard, Sports Management, Little Rock, Arkansas.
Clayton Sturwald, Communication Arts, Newberry Springs, California.
Jonathan Murphy, Business Management, The Manhattan, Kansas.
I'm Brendan Caldwell, Biblical Studies major. I'm from Athens, Alabama.
David Lerma, Nursing, from Lodi, California.
Isaac McKee, Accounting, Muncie, Indiana.
CJ Jones, Sports Management, Houston, Texas.
Robert Somberg, Business Management major from Wasilla, Alaska.
Stephen Wilkerson, Youth Ministries, Dallas, Texas.
Kyle Cummins, Business Management, Danville, Illinois.
Jonas Sakai, Biblical Studies, Houston, Texas.
Justin Blake, Missions major, Claremont, Florida.
Matt Gill, Business Management, Rockford, Illinois. Bryce Kashner, Pastoral Studies, from the tribal village of Lyons, Michigan.
Thank you for watching the MBU Sabercats Network. Thank you for watching the MBU SaberCats Network.
Senior guys would like to thank their sponsors for the 2017-18 season. Realty Executives Platinum, Pluggers Heating and Air, Friendly Dental Practice, Complete Excavating, Watertown Bowl, Culvers, and special thanks to our premier sponsor, Pizza Hut. Thank you for your continued support of SaberCat Athletics.
Brad Kinsey and Realty Executives Platinum are intimately familiar with the demographics of the southeastern Wisconsin market. Located in Watertown, we employ sales executives and brokers who are dedicated to helping you find your dream home, as well as assisting you in acquiring the most for your property sale. Be assured that we are always looking out for our clients' best interests and dealing with you honestly. Your satisfaction is the measure of our success.
you for watching the MBU SaberCats Network.
With all of your favorite SaberCats merch, visit shopsabercats.com, the official online store of the MBU SaberCats. Shopsabercats.com.
second free throw attempt. Offensive foul as Gill draws it. And Gill is immediately subbed off the court. Looks to be in some discomfort. Lerma dishes to Blake on the baseline. Rises up. Jumper won't go. Larry Jr. was knocked into on the loose ball, and Scott Sorensen is just feeling it. And he continues to give it to the officials right in front of his bench. Here's Larry Jr. to Van Vleck for three. Way off the mark. Book saved it, but he was out of bounds in the process. So it'll stay with the Jacks. That shot from Van Vleck must have hit the rim because the shot clock has reset. Briggs into Lucas, working against Wilkerson, rises up. And then fouled on the turnaround jumper. Floater. So Wilkerson picks up his second foul. As now the fans are getting in on the action, voicing their displeasure. It's pick on the officials night here at MBU. And Lucas with a chance for a three-point play connects. Jacks, don't look now, are back within four. Have steadily climbed their way back into this one. Kashner pulls it back out to Lerma. Book isolated against Briggs. Behind the Blake screen. Wilkerson for three. Short, and Whiting grabs the rebound. Larry Jr. on the wing, back out to Briggs. Briggs helps with a screen and lays it off the glass. It is a 2-point game, and Coach Salscheider wants a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds, 10:32 to play here in the second half in Watertown.
Thank you for watching the MBU SaberCats Network.
Welcome back to Watertown. 10:30 to play in the second half. Medina's into the game for the SaberCats with Shepard, Kashner, Lerma, and Blake. Shepard only 5 points in this one so far, so most likely not getting to that 1,000-point career mark tonight. Blake misses the short attempt, and the Jacks with a chance to tie it or take the lead on this trip. Their first opportunity since the opening tip. Briggs behind the Whiting screen, rises up at the elbow, short on the attempt, Lerma corrals the loose ball. Ahead to Shepard. Drives past Lucas, out of bounds. And a turnover to the Jacks. Briggs ahead to Lucas. Underneath is Whiting. And Kashner's going to pick up the foul. Baseline out of bounds. Whiting leaves for Briggs. Whiting spins against Kashner, rises up, can't get it to go. Blake, the rebound to Lerma. Cross court to Kashner. Underneath it's Blake. Backing down Zorn. Spins to the right hand and gets it to go. Soft touch from Blake. Larry Jr. behind the Whiting screen, lays it up off the glass and in. Teams now trading punches here in the latter stages of the second half. Kashner backs down Whiting, spins to the right hand, gets it to go off glass. The big boys are bumping around in the low post now. And it's 43-39, SaberCats still on top. They've led the entire way, but the Jacks have made this a ball game in the second half, thanks to some more intense defense and a little bit of offense as well. Always helps. There's Zorn. And Blake picks up his, I believe that's his fourth. It is indeed. On the shot fake from Zorn. Briggs now. Throws it to Whiting. Over Gill, gets it to go. Medina and Gill and Book back into the game for the SaberCats. Larry Jr. rises up. So the ball out of bounds. Last touched by the Jacks. Gives it back to the SaberCats. 2-point game. Shepard on the wing. Larry Jr. stays right with him. Gill back out to Shepard. Baseline drive. Kicks to Kashner. Draws the foul as Nichols was late recovering. So Kashner will shoot 2 as Nichols picks up his fourth. Kashner's third trip to the free throw line tonight, where he is 3 of 4. Make that 4 of 5. And second free throw rattles out. 3-point game. 7:25 to play. On the curl. Arqueros. To Nichols. Hands to Briggs. Rises up. Off glass, won't go, and Kashner's going to be whistled for the foul as Whiting was getting to the basket. Kashner picks up his second. Whiting's first free throw is good. So Lucas and Whiting, the leading scorers for the Jacks. And now Whiting solo in that category. He's got 14 points on 6 of 11 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Shepard, cross court to Gill. Now Book resets for the SaberCats. Book's got Whiting. Rises up, can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Book swatted out from behind. Shepard tries to save it out of bounds. Jacks basketball. Jacks basketball, they trail by 1. Chance to take the lead here. 6.5 to play in the second half. Larry Jr. on the wing working against Medina. Arqueros for 3. Shot no good. Both benches asking for fouls. Book to Medina, down low to Kashner, and he's fouled. And Whiting is going to pick up his 3rd. Kashner backs down Whiting. Spins to the right shoulder. Off glass, no. Medina the tip, no. Kashner corrals it, can't get it to go. And Nichols pulls down the rebound. Another chance for the Jacks to take the lead. Arqueros on the wing to Larry Brown Jr. Benny Larry Jr., excuse me. Shout out to the former NBA and college coach Larry Brown. At least I think he's retired. But Benny Larry Jr. will step to the free throw line now. Shepard's going to sit. Lerma back into the game for the SaberCats. And 1-1 for Larry Jr. Earns a second attempt. Larry Jr. now with 7 points on the evening. And 2 for 2 on that free throw trip. First lead of the ball game for the Jacks. They've scored 23 in the second half, already surpassing their first half mark. Book spins, bounces to Medina underneath. Layup won't go off glass. And Briggs ahead to Nichols, off glass, won't go. Gill up for the rebound. And Whiting is going to pick up his 4th. So that should send Matt Gill to the free throw line. So Whiting takes a seat with his 4th. Nichols is on 4, still in the game. Gill 1-1. Good on the first attempt. It's his second trip to the free throw line tonight. And the junior out of Rockford, Illinois, knocks down both free throws. SaberCats back up by 1. Nichols backs to Arqueros. No good. Book the rebound. Good open look there. Now Gill working against Zorn. Finds a cunning Book, rises up. Foul is on the floor. It's on Larry Jr. So Book steps to the free throw line. Still a 1-1. Rattles out, and Zorn the rebound. Briggs into the front court. Lucas back into the game for the Jacks. Zorn leaves for Galland. Lefty drive, rises up at the free throw line. No good. Zorn the rebound. Back out to Nichols. None of the SaberCats jumped. All trying to clear out, and the ball just fell to Zorn. Briggs looking for Lucas, now working against Medina. Spins over Blake, shot won't go. Gill the rebound. Pretty move from Lucas, just can't finish. Lerma now for the SaberCats. Gets into the lane, rises up over Galland, can't get it to go. Medina. And then Blake traveled, trying to find Book at the top of the lane. Turnover. Gives it back to the Jacks of Northland College. Briggs. Lucas on the wing. Zorn. Galland leaves for Briggs. Rises up over Book. Short, and Book the rebound. Book races across the timeline. Dishes to Gill on the baseline. Good defending. And the SaberCats reset. Missed a mismatch opportunity. Then Book dribbles it off his knee. Hands to Blake. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Medina tries to drive. Loses the handle. Briggs away with it for the Jacks. Lucas now working against Book. Medina underneath the screen. Stays with Briggs. Nichols back to the basket at the elbow. Turns. Runs past Gill. Blocked by Blake. It'll be 7 seconds on the shot clock. Gill was looking for the offensive foul, but fell over too easily. Briggs, baseline inbounds, and an offensive foul. And Lucas picks up the offensive foul. It's his third. And Scott Sorensen in disbelief at the calls that have gone against him tonight. Book now. SaberCats nursing a 1-point lead. Medina, baseline drive, lays it up. The scoop and score past Nichols. Zorn. Galland rises up over Lerma and soft roll gets it to go through contact. 1-point game. Book behind the Kashner screen. Book rises up, off glass, won't go. Thought he was fouled. And Briggs ahead to Galland. And he gets past Medina and gives the Jacks a 1-point lead. Well, everybody in the gym thought Medina was going to swat that from behind, but Gallen somehow squeezes it up and in to give the Jacks another lead. Lerma to a curling Book. Minute and a half to play. Book, double teamed, slings it across to Medina. Baseline drive, leaves for Kashner. Swat out of bounds by Galland. It'll stay with the SaberCats. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Book will inbound. Looking for Lerma in the corner. Into Medina. Ball out of bounds. It'll go to the Jacks. Tapped out of bounds by Medina. 1 minute, 20 seconds to play. 1 point game. Jacks with a chance to give themselves the largest lead of the game on this possession. Briggs behind Nichols. Lucas. Gallant on the wing, almost lost it. Zorn takes it to the rim, lays it up and in, and it is a 3-point game. 1 minute to play. The Jacks with their largest lead of the game. Lerma on the wing, behind the Kashner screen. Drives to the rim, lays it up with the finger roll and in. "15-second difference between shot clock and game clock. So SaberCats can play good defense here. Briggs backs it out behind the Nichols screen. Into Gallen in the lane. Spins, rises up over Lerma, and gets it to go. Big shot there from Brandon Gallen, the 5'10 guard out of Bellevue, Washington. Gives the Jacks a 3-point lead. SaberCats can just score quickly and extend the game with fouls. Lerma drives, lays to Blake, who lays it up and in. SaberCats need to steal, and a foul is called right away on Book. The foul not on Book, it's on Medina. It's his first. It'll be 1-1. And this is the last shot, last free throws before the double bonus is in effect for the Jacks. A timeout called by Keith Salscheider. We've got 13.7 on the clock. SaberCats trail by 1. We'll be right back.
Thank you for watching the MBU SaberCats Network.
Are you looking for something to do? Come into Watertown Bowl 18 or Watertown Bowl North and enjoy our friendly, courteous service along with a clean family atmosphere. Our family-operated business strives to give you, your family, and friends a pleasant experience each and every time you visit. Check out our website at watertownbowl.com for hours of operation and for weekly specials. Briggs will be at the free throw line shooting 1-1. Whiting the leading scorer for the Jacks. He's got 14 points. Kashner leads the SaberCats with 14 on 5 of 10 from the field and 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Big free throw here for Briggs. Right through the middle. Arqueros into the game for the Jacks as Nichols will take a seat. Briggs with one more free throw to give the Jacks a 3-point lead. And it's good. Calm free throws there from the senior out of Bloomington, Minnesota. Book now, 10 seconds left. Lerma looking to get open on the wing. Forces it to him. Lerma in the corner, out of bounds. Lucas tipped out of bounds. Could have been off Lerma, but the officials give it to the SaberCats. And a timeout's taken 2.4 seconds remain. SaberCats with one last chance here in the waning seconds. We'll be right back.
You were created for a purpose, and it's time to pursue it. Start at Maranatha Baptist University, with professors who care, friends who share your Christian values, and local churches that prepare you to serve. Test your limits and set your course for an exciting career. Play your game and excel in your field. Find your path and follow it wherever God leads. Pursue your purpose at Maranatha Baptist University. Then go, serve, and lead in a world that needs all you can give.
Thank you for watching the MBU SaberCats Network.
SaberCats drawing up one last chance. As Keith Salscheider on the whiteboard trying to work his magic. 2.4 seconds remain. SaberCats need a 3. And it's still a full timeout, so a couple seconds left in it for the SaberCats. It's been a defensive battle here tonight. And the Jacks have battled back after just a 22-point effort in the first half. Scoring 33 here in the second half. Not necessarily a great offensive half, but they have battled back and earned the right to come out of this gymnasium victorious this evening. Making that trip back to Ashland a little warmer and a little happier. So we'll see what kind of play Coach Keith Salscheider's drawn up for the SaberCats out of the timeout. 2.4 seconds left. It's been about as entertaining of a game as a 52-55 game could be. Wilkerson will inbound in front of the SaberCat bench. Looking for Lerma. Steps behind the Shepherd screen. Shot attempt no good. And the Jacks gut out a defensive win in Watertown. They escape by the score of 55-52. All smiles from the visitors. And not a whole lot of smiles on the home side as they exit the gym this evening. I want to thank each of you for joining us this evening and watching this presentation of SaberCat basketball on the SaberCat Sports Network. We hope you enjoyed it. Next up for the SaberCats, they will host Illinois Institute of Technology here in Watertown on Thursday night. Tip-off for that one set for 8 p.m. We hope you'll join us for that game. Until next time, this is David Anderson thanking you for the pleasure of your company. So long, and good night.
Thank you for watching the MBU SaberCats Network.